Hello and welcome back to The Give and Go. I'm your coach Reynoso here with my boy
Soltero. What's up, y'all?
And today we're joined by one of the smoothest playmakers in Major League Soccer, a guy with Brazilian flair, European experience, and now tearing it up here in the States. From Rio de Janeiro to Denmark to Portland to now Cincinnati, he's been that guy everywhere he's gone. They call him El Mago, the magician, because he makes defenders disappear and turns passes into poetry. Folks, welcome to the show, the one and only Evander. Welcome, brother.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. It's a pleasure being here talking to you.
And right off the bat, I'm just curious because I was looking into your name. Is it true that you were named after Evander Holyfield, the boxer?
Yeah, it's one of the reasons. Of course, my name is similar to my dad's name, which is Evander. And also, he wants like a warrior name, so even Holyfield is.
That's awesome, man. How's it like living in Cincinnati? You know, this is your first year here with the club. Is there a Brazilian population there?
Yeah, there's a couple people here. The cleaner of my house is Brazilian. We also got a lady that cook for us is Brazilian as well. So yeah, there's a couple people that lives here, and it's been good. It's been nice living here, playing for FCC. I've been enjoying.
Have you tried Cincinnati spaghetti? That's one of the things I want to know because I tried it for the first time last year. I'm curious.
No, I haven't tried yet. I'm curious to know what it's about.
Yeah, for those who don't know, it's spaghetti noodles, and they put this like sweet chili on top, and then they just load a lot of shredded cheese, beans, onions. I think I recommend it. I recommend it.
Yeah, I might try it.
That brings me to just your overall journey, Evander. It's been incredible following your career, going from Vasco da Gama to Midtjylland over in Denmark to the Portland Timbers and now Cincinnati. Just how do you adjust to these changes? I mean, all four places that you've been to are so different from one another. What's your key and mentality in being able to adjust to a new environment, a new place, and also a new team?
It was a big move for me going from Rio to Denmark. And I was young, so I was like, I wanted to play. I wanted to, because I wasn't playing that much in Vasco. And it was fair because I was just like 19 to 20. I moved to Denmark. I saw like opportunity to, regain my confidence, regain my play style. Just, it's tough because, you're in a different culture than I was used to. Also, another country, so cold, so different from Rio. But I think it was important for me. It was important for my career as well. I grew up as a soccer player. I grew up as a human being. So it was important, and I think it was the right step for me.
Yeah, and kind of mentioning going to Denmark at such a young age. I would love some insight in Brazilian culture around this because, I mean, Brazilians play everywhere across the world. They're in Africa, Asia, Europe, North America, everywhere. Is there an expectation to leave Brazil when you're growing up as a teenager? Is it expected for a Brazilian to go to Europe or, go elsewhere to play football?
I wouldn't say expectation, but like that's pretty much the dream of like a Brazilian soccer player growing up. You want to be a part of the elite soccer, You want to be in Europe. You want to play for big teams, big clubs in Europe. You want to play for a national team. And in Brazil, soccer for us is life. Is the chance to change the lifestyle of your family, change your lifestyle. Help your family, help everything around you. And of course, you have the dreams. You want to, like as I said, play for a big club in Europe. And of course, it's not everyone that's gonna make it happen, and I think that's why so many players around the world, because it's opportunity to still like change your life and opportunity to still play soccer.
I really commend you for making that move over to Denmark because seeing how you performed over there, you were so successful. Your numbers just started doing really well, assists, goals. I believe you even won a title over there. And then you make the jump over to the MLS. And same with Portland, same with Cincinnati. This season, 17 goals, 13 assists, 30 goals and assist contributions so far. Ridiculous. That's top 5 in the league. I think I saw a stat where he scored in 5 straight games.
Yeah.
Like, it's video game type stuff from Evander. But do you feel like you found a home now here, not just in Cincinnati, but in the MLS, finding your flow, your form, and how to really bring out the best in you as a player?
I think I just been, still like growing up as a soccer player. I think it's still like, I'm still young, I'm still learning, I'm still improving. I'm like 27 years old now, so I'm like more experienced. I know like when to make some type of decisions, when, I need to push a little bit, and you kind of know more your game now. You kind of like know when to do it, how to do it. So you kind of, get all the experience and put in the game. I would say I'm more prepared right now. And I'm glad that I'm doing that here in the U.S., which is the soccer has been growing a lot, and people start to watching now even more the games. I wouldn't say it's my home, but it's a place where I felt the most comfortable.
Yeah, and you really are one of the most dangerous and entertaining footballers in all of MLS. You mentioned the numbers this year, but your numbers last year just as impressive with Portland. 15 goals, 19 assists. It really is video game numbers. I'm curious, has both scoring and assisting always come naturally to you?
I think goals is kind of the thing that I have since I was young, since I was just a young player. I was used to score a lot of goals. Even in Denmark, I was playing a deeper position. I was playing number 8, sometimes number 6. I was still scoring goals. So I always had this, this smell to, be involved in the goal. And I think assists in the last past years have been increasing even more. So because I also depending on our teammates to score the goals to become an assist. So I've been having good teammates around me, and they have been scoring.
I'm curious to know, man. I mean, with the numbers, with the form that you're in, 27 years old, do you have it as a goal to one day play for the national team? Because I feel like you're really making a case for yourself to be selected with the way that you've been playing as of late.
Yeah, for sure. As I said, grew up in Brazil playing and watching all the the legend players playing for the national team with Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, Adriano. You see all the players, and when you're a kid, you just dream about being the national team and play for the national team, represent your country. Of course, it's still a dream. I played for the youth national team, so I was there. I know what it is to wear the jersey. Of course, I want to realize to be in the first team, and you realize the dream. I'm still working for this. I know sometimes it takes a little longer than you expect, but the dream will never die.
I love that.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. I mean, you combine that Brazilian flair with really clinical passing, discipline on the pitch. It really shows. One thing that I think really stands out when I see you play is how calm you are in tight situations. It really doesn't matter what's happening. Blowing past a player, you seem so calm in your demeanor and always in control. Is that something that you've worked on as a player? Or is that just kind of always who you've been?
It just, I always been like that, I always been the guys that, looks calm on the pitch. I know most of the people say that I'm not interested in the game, or I'm not just running as much as they see a lot of players just running. I was like, no, that's how I play. That's how I see the game. And that's how I am, It's just a different way to, to play. I think people start to accepting this kind of play style now more, because soccer today is just a bunch of the same thing. It's just a bunch of running and playing deep balls, and I think we need to bring back a little bit the old school, the little quality, a little bit more calmness on the ball, a little bit dribbles. We're missing, I think, today the dribbles, the beautiful plays. The soccer in general has been a little boring. I'm just trying to make a little different.
Yeah, I love that, man.
love that.
Adding that excitement to the game. I would imagine that a lot of it obviously comes natural and from training, from practicing, from developing your skill. But do you study any players to be able to play the way that you do?
I used to watch Ronaldinho's videos on YouTube, and even when he was playing his last part of his career, when he was playing Brazil, I could like really enjoy watching him. I used to see how he protects the ball, how like he made just the defenders don't see the ball when he has the ball. It's like it's different way of protecting the ball. And try to implement that on the field. You know, I try to some of the things that I see when I watch games. I haven't been watching games anymore because I said like it's pretty much the same everywhere. You know, so when it's a game that really like interests me, I watch and I try to take some of the good things that I see. What I know is from my dad as well. He was a soccer player, so he used to teach me, and we used to train together. So I grew up with him training, and you know, he saw a lot of potential on me, and he was the one that kept pushing me to be the greatest. And much that I won and that I have right now is because of him as well. We are always talking. We are always, you know, after games, we are always having a chat. What he did good, what he did wrong, and you know, that's how you improve and, you know, fix your mistakes. And yeah.
No, that's awesome. Having that support system around you, taking that feedback. How was Denmark for your footballing development? Was it surprising at how much you learned there, or was it really just playing against, you know, European opponents?
No, it surprised me at first because, I was going to Denmark. I didn't know much about the country and the soccer there. And surprising because there's a lot of good players and there's a lot of quality. Of course, the intensity is really high because it's very physical, the game there. And I had to, you know, step up to play there because that's why I think they put me as a number 8 and as sometimes number 6 to improve my game off the ball. I think that was so important for me in my career, you know. I also have had the experience to play, you know, against European clubs, like play Champions League, Europe League, you know, and it was such a great experience. And I learned a lot, like playing there. You know, even though I was playing a smaller country than England, than Spain or Italy, the soccer was pretty much the same. It was pretty similar, and it's still like it's not a big difference. You can still compete, you can still win games against these teams. I was watching the Michelin game, and they won against Nottingham Forest in Premier League team. So you can see the soccer that is pretty tight, pretty similar. And I had a lot of experience playing there.
I also heard that you learned how to speak a little bit of Danish. Is that true?
I know some words. Yeah, I cannot speak a full sentence, but I know some words.
That's impressive, man. And now you're over here in Cincinnati, and I definitely want to hear about your goals. How motivated are you with the playoffs right around the corner? I mentioned your numbers. Cincinnati, I believe, is in second place right now in the Eastern Conference. You guys are looking to lift the MLS Cup. Just tell me, how motivated are you to bring a trophy to the city with already such an impressive start in your Cincinnati campaign?
I think now is the time for us to step up, you know. It's the final part of the season, the playoff. It's either win or otherwise you're out. So I don't think you have a choice. We just got to go to win. I'm excited to see how different is the playoff from the regular season. We want to go with everything to try to win the MLS Cup.
Yeah, and this is your third full year here in the States playing in MLS. What is, like, I'd say the biggest thing that has surprised you about the league? It could be anything. I just feel like MLS gets a little stereotype, you know, from Europeans or South Americans.
You cannot, it's not predictable, you know? You never know, which team is going to win. We saw Philadelphia, we played against them. They won against us here in our stadium, and they went to Vancouver and they lost 7-0. It's just what happened, you know? So, yeah, I think it's because, you know, it's a big country, a lot of travel, time difference. I think that's why MLS is so unpredictable, I'd say.
Yeah, well, Evander, thank you so much for spending the time to talk to us. It's been great getting your insight on Brazilian football culture, your time in Denmark, and your time here in the States has been insane, man. So good luck for the rest of the season. I hope Cincinnati go far because you seriously are one of the most entertaining players, and Cincinnati is one of the most entertaining teams to watch right now in MLS.
Good luck, brother.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. It was a good shot.